issues that you guys brought up, and I'm sorry, moving this way. So obviously being taken seriously is a huge issue, the isolation. Feeling educated enough to approach issues today, you know, understanding what, how people are approaching you and how to react positively to this. Articulation. Boredom because of lack of critical thinking at the masjid or even within our own groups. Lack of structure, lack of issues. Being afraid to be ourselves in the masjid. Because of that, not making interpersonal connections with the greater Islamic community, not being able to get information that may be very important with developing our community, but also developing ourselves spiritually. Fear in general. Being boxed in or pigeonholed as you're only this because that's what you talk about. Being afraid, people who are afraid of us, we might corrupt their children, and so they don't want us to be around. And then fear of losing family and community, because sometimes the issues that you address, it's great in this space, but when you take it to your family, there's the fear of losing that connection, and you're not safe with, or you don't feel comfortable doing that. So these issues are individual, it's also local, etc. Some of them are very individual. The local, funding, marketing, sustainability, leadership, education, surrounding that, scholarship. Where do you go to get skills to be an effective progressive Muslim leader, person, spiritual guide, etc. Time, lack of that. Finding space that's cost feasible. Intra-faith dialogue, not just focusing on interfaith, which sometimes is safer than actually talking to other Muslims. So having courage, making that our jihad is to have courage to be ourselves. Connecting, building the network globally, and not compromising too much. We have a set of values, we have a set of principles, and not compromising to ourselves to a point where we're compromising those principles. So those are some of the issues that we face. And then how can MPV help? Well, online resources, of course, is very important because we're all pretty connected electronically. Taking records and making those available, like the video on the screen. Leadership development, training, workshops at the national level, local level, etc. Curriculum, providing that type of information like Derek's been developing, and Ty has developed as well. Providing plans of action, community development resources, strategic planning, that type of support. Facilitating connections and the follow-up, because you may have a national group come together and you may have connections you make there, but making sure that there's a constant connection. A newsletter or some way to keep people informed about what's going on nationally, internationally. Finding funding, because that's hard. And anti-oppression training, acknowledging issues with race and gender and sexuality, privileges, etc. Marketing support, and then making sure that everything we do is accessible for people with a variety of abilities and disabilities.
Thank you.